This audio session will enable you to overcome your fear of commitment successfully and with confidence. It will also help you remove any barriers preventing you from commitment, whether these are conscious or unconscious. After using the session, you will have great peace of mind and you will be able to relax and commit to those things or people that you desire to. Just imagine being able to overcome your fear of commitment without feeling awkward or stressed, secure in your ability to make a commitment whenever, wherever, with whoever you choose. This program was made with you in mind. It was carefully crafted to help you move deeper into your own self and to begin to shed light on the issues you are facing. This is not meant to be a substitute for counselling or professional help, but rather a companion that is ready to support you whenever you feel you need it. I would like to commend you for taking a step today toward change. You have made a brave choice, and you will be rewarded with greater insight as a result. Please make time in your daily life for reflection and contemplation. If you don't give yourself time and space to grow and mature as an introspective human being, then you are sure to remain in the habits and patterns that have led you toward finding assistance in this hypnosis and NLP session. Let this audio program be a tool in your toolbox, and also collect other tools that will assist you, such as affirmations, positive people around you, healthy eating and living, and stress-reducing exercises like massage, meditation, nature walks, Tai Chi or yoga. You have now decided to take your life back into your own hands. Congratulations! Make sure to listen to this recording in the most comfortable location and position that you can. You may choose to use headphones or just listen in a quiet place. Allow your body to relax and your mind will follow along. You will be entering into a hypnotic or trance-like state. You will remain aware in the deep background of your mind, so there is no need to fear any loss of control, being manipulated, or doing anything that you do not want to do. Be okay with the images and scenery that appear. You already experience trance states regularly throughout your day, such as when you daydream or drift in thought, for example. They are simply a natural way for the mind to rest. Meanwhile, your subconscious mind will attempt to organise itself, clearing out the ideas and thoughts that are no longer beneficial for you, and holding on to the images and impressions that you need to keep yourself moving forward in your natural path of progression. Listen to this recording daily for optimum success. If you have limited time, then listen every second day. Doing this for 21 days in a row will help to bring you profound results, and will probably change your life forever. Please, never listen to this while you are handling machinery or driving a vehicle. Refrain from listening while under the influence of drugs, medications or alcohol. If you happen to suffer from epilepsy or a psychiatric condition, please consult your physician before proceeding. I wish you a pleasant journey into your inner space, and I know that you will have a far greater calm and understanding and will be far more able to overcome your fear of commitment once you have finished this session. Now, this program is not here to persuade you to do something against your will. And it's very important that we say that to you at the very beginning, for two reasons. Firstly, because quite simply, that is not what we're coming together for. If you are wanting to commit to someone, something, or many things, but struggling with that, then you're definitely in the right place. On the other hand, if you are listening to this because somebody has suggested, coerced, nagged or badgered you into it, then it's possible that you're in the wrong relationship with them. You must decide before continuing with this program, because we are not there with you. We have no idea who you are or what your circumstances are. So only you can take responsibility for dealing with your own fear of commitment. We are only asking that you are sure of yourself inside that that is truthfully what the issue is before you go any further. The second reason is because we want you to be clear that you are listening to this of your own free will, because the chances are you will otherwise not listen to it all the way through. You can understand why that would be important, as so many things are important in your life right now, but perhaps this tops them all for importance because it means that you will have proved to yourself that you can stick at something all the way. Fear of commitment can take many forms and show up for a variety of reasons, including a fear of the loss of freedom or of identity, or a feeling of being unmasked, or that someone, which may be a person, a boss, or people in an organisation, for example, might not like you if you stick around too long, so you move on, often. In this programme, we are not too concerned with the form your fear of commitment takes or the background to it. You may or may not already be aware of some of these issues, and if you feel the need to dig deeper into them, then a qualified psychotherapist of some kind may help you to uncover them. However, uncovering reasons for certain behaviours is a little like being an archaeologist on a dig. You may find some hidden treasures, but then what exactly are you going to do with them? Put them in a museum and look at them, perhaps? For archaeologists, that may be a perfectly satisfactory result. But in matters of behaviour, what you want to achieve is change of some kind. And you want that now, presumably. Would that be about right? In this programme, therefore, we are going to go directly to the root of the behaviour, whatever that may be for you, which is caused by a feeling or a set of feelings, and we don't need to know what caused you to have those feelings in the first place. It would probably be helpful if you had a bit of explanation about what you've just heard, because it probably sounds a little strange. Let's take an example. To some people, spiders are things to scream and run away from. To others, they're things of beauty. For example, some people even keep tarantulas as pets. Or, some cultures believe that eating flesh of any kind is a very bad thing to do, while others believe that a diet without meat is a sure route to disease and early death. No one has an exclusive on the truth about anything, whether personal or global. Each of us makes up our own meaning to everything, and then we react out of habit whenever we are confronted with that particular situation. That's very handy in most cases. It means that you and I don't have to decide every time we sit down to eat whether we're going to eat meat today or not. If you're phobic about spiders, you don't have to wait to be told to run away if one shows up in the room. But sometimes these automatic responses become a nuisance, and they can inhibit our lives. In your case, whenever you find yourself in certain circumstances, whatever they are for you, where your commitment at some level is required, you have found yourself behaving and reacting in certain ways because you felt uncomfortable in some way. Now that might have been anxiety or fear or a nagging doubt, but the fact is, like all living things, we humans react to feeling uncomfortable by trying to end the discomfort. Now that's fine if the discomfort is hunger and you can get something to eat, but it's less than fine if you're headed for a bright and loving future and suddenly the urge to back out makes itself known to you and overwhelms you. So you, and all of us, act on our feelings first, and then we use our logical minds to figure out a way to get to a place that feels better than where we started. It follows then that if you can find a way to feel good and stay feeling good, then you'll be able to stay put. Voila, problem solved. In the process you're about to hear, that's exactly what will happen. You will learn that you can feel good in any circumstances you like, on demand. You will be in control of whether you stay, because there will no longer be a tug of war going on inside your head. Does that feel better already? Good. Let's begin. You must now find a comfortable position. You can choose to sit back comfortably in a chair or on a sofa, in a recliner or on a bed. Once you have adjusted any restrictions in your clothing and settled into your spot, you can begin to accept the idea of letting go. You are ready now to understand just how easy it can be to overcome any fear of commitment once you are ready to do so. You can begin to allow yourself the permission to enter into a hypnotic state. In fact, go ahead. Tell yourself you are giving yourself full permission to let go, knowing how well you can commit. In your mind or even out loud, tell yourself, you are safe. You are eager to travel to the depths of your unconscious mind, to discover the inner you, ready and able to commit. It is important that you believe yourself, that you trust yourself. This moment calls for self-love and trust. Your self-confidence in your ability to commit is beginning to increase already, as your eyes begin to softly close. I want you to take a deep, slow breath in. And now release the breath. That's good. Notice the quality of your breath. Does the breath flow into your chest or deeper into your belly? Pay attention to the next few breaths and make sure to follow them right down to your belly. Feel your belly rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Be open to the idea that you can overcome your fear of commitment just as easily as you can monitor your breath going in and out. As you begin to deepen into this trance, it is necessary that you release any tensions in your body. Starting at your right foot, begin to release any muscles that you are still holding on to. Move up the right leg until you're at the knee, just relaxing. And move up to the right hip. Now do the same for the left leg. Starting at your left foot, begin to release any muscles that you are still holding on to. Move up the left leg to the knee and on until you're at the left hip, just relaxing. Clear any tension in your hips. Let go of your deepest pelvic muscles. You may be clenching tightly and you don't even know it, so just let go. Continue to feel the rise and fall of your belly and let the heaviness of your arms and shoulders sink down and melt away. Feel the openness in the palms of your hands. Feel the expansive breath in your chest and abdomen. Open your jaw to stretch it, and then release it. Let your eyes sink into your head until they are floating peacefully. Feel the tingling of the hair on your head and the lightness of the air around your face. You are ready now to move deeper inside, to release your inner self, to develop your ability to make a commitment. I will ask you to open your eyes one more time in a moment, and when you close them again, you will sink into a wonderful floating softness, and you will be ready to take a journey. Okay, open your eyes slightly on your next inhale. Now close them on the exhale and step securely into the most relaxed state of awareness you can imagine. To help you relax deeper, I will lead you on a journey. Listen to the sound of my voice. Listen deep down inside. Of course you are. If you feel yourself drifting away at any time, just focus on the sound and vibration of my voice as they enter into your ears. You are doing so well already. You are beginning to feel more able to commit when you wish with every breath you take. You can start your journey now. See yourself standing at the foot of a mountain. You are standing at the bottom and peering up to the top. You can barely make out the top of the mountain amongst the clouds. You wonder how you will ever be able to get to the top. For sure this won't be a fast journey, but you want to take your time to make sure you get right to the end. But you know that once you get to the top of this mountain, you will be able to completely relax. Once you get to the top of this mountain, you will have climbed high enough to see your subconscious mind clearly. You will be deeply immersed in your trance and you will experience many moments of clarity. You will be able to learn how to make a commitment and keep it. If you want to reach the top, you have to begin climbing. But take it slowly. You want to do the job properly. You want to see it all the way through. So you take a deep breath and you gather your courage and begin to walk up the mountain. There is a narrow path just ahead of you, and it's spiralling up to the top. You begin to walk this path, feeling the muscles of your legs working. You know that as you climb higher and higher, your body will feel heavier and heavier. You'll go slower and slower. In fact, you will feel your physical body sinking deeper into the place where you're resting. You will be unable to move and heavy like a rock. As the air thins near the top of the mountain, your mind is going to feel lighter and your thoughts will thin out until there is a quiet, alert emptiness in your mind. So keep your breath deep and steady and begin to move your arms to help yourself up the side of the mountain. Your whole body is working strongly and you can feel all your muscles moving. You're sensing your ability to make a commitment and stick to it getting better, aren't you? Feeling more capable but more relaxed. Your body begins to feel heavier as you proceed further up the mountain. You pump your legs in a marching rhythm, a slow march. You hear the sounds of your footstep, methodically thumping as you take one step after another, each step taking you closer to your quiet, unconscious mind, each step pressing you into a calm stillness. When you get about 3/4 of the way to the top, you rest. You can always stop and take some time to relax because you have control. Even when you have to decide whether to commit to someone, you can stop and relax before you continue. Standing in the fresh air, you take a deep breath in, feel the essence of your life force, and you let the breath out and can sense that your trance is getting very deep now. You're almost at the top, almost completely immersed in your trance. So near, and yet so far. And your physical body feels heavy and distant. You continue climbing the last quarter of the mountain, and your body is feeling very heavy. The air around you is soft and light. Your thoughts are very few now, and there is a tingling around your skin. You can begin to see the end of the path ahead of you, and you know that once you reach the top, you can rest and relax. You can feel the relief. Your last few steps to the top are really tough. Your legs and feet are burning, your shoulders and neck are exhausted. You step up to the peak of the mountain, and you feel thankful. You got there. It was a long journey, and you committed to every step. You're very grateful to be able to finally let go and relax into the depths of your consciousness. Take a moment to see the sights. In all directions there is perfect visibility. From this vantage point, you will be able to see everything that supports you and everything that holds you back. Maybe you need a little more control of your commitment at times. You're at the highest point on the mountain, but at the deepest point of your subconscious mind, and it is clear and relaxed, with no tendency to find it difficult to commit. You're exhausted and grateful and ready now to get to the bottom of your issues, so you sit down with your back against a rock, feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, and allow your body to completely release the stress of the climb. Take in a deep breath and feel the clean and calming air spreading throughout your body. Notice the connection you have to this mountain. You are part of the rock that you rest on and the air that you breathe. And you can enter even more fully into your quietness. And I don't know whether you will remember to forget that you were afraid of commitment, or whether you'll forget to remember to be afraid of commitment, or whether you will do one or the other, or even both, more now or later, but it doesn't really matter. Either is good. You close your eyes to feel your surroundings. Your whole body is heavy and your eyes are completely shut. You try to open your eyes, but they will not budge. You are deep into your trance as you sit atop the mountain, stress-free, worry-free. Your mind is quieting and opening, and your breath is deepening, and you are ready to begin again at the beginning. And as you relax, my voice will go with you deeper and even more to find the right places where your mind goes when you are first aware of any doubt about your commitment. As you allow that process to happen all by itself, in the way that so many things just happen naturally, you will notice that thoughts come, and then feelings. They may come together or separately. It doesn't matter. For the moment, allow yourself to be more and more aware of how it begins to feel at those times when you don't want to commit. Notice where it affects you physically. Where in your body do you actually feel those particular feelings? Where do you notice them? What size does it seem to be? Is it one particular place more than anywhere else, or is there more than one area? Just discover. There's no need to try and change anything, because change happens all by itself, in just the way that your body grew larger as you went from childhood to more grown up. You only needed food, exercise and rest, and growth happened all by itself. And we can grow in so many ways, can't we? And when you begin to think about that, you know that change is smooth, easy, and life is so much nicer when you aren't struggling with yourself inside. And you can notice the difference now between those uncomfortable feelings related to commitment and that gentle feeling you have when you consider smooth and easy growth, the kind of change that happens all by itself, like that. Don't you? It's so fascinating when you consider all those things you are already committed to. How do you take your coffee or tea? Always with or without sugar or milk? Is there a kind of music you always like to listen to more than others? Do you have a particular way of holding a pen? Do you always get dressed in the same order? Do you always brush your teeth the same way? It's so easy to remember so many things that are easy because they don't need thought. They just take care of themselves. And you are taking care of yourself now, as you begin to wonder when you'll shift into that natural, easy change when you choose to commit. And it can feel good all at the same time, because you can bring to mind so many things that feel good. And I don't know if you'll do that now, or even sooner, rather than later. Because there are so many people who said they left things too late, and you would sooner not be like that. You know you wouldn't, don't you? Change is the only constant there is, and that's ironic, because life is always changing. And it's easy to want it to stand still, but standstill is like paralysis. There's no movement, and the joy of life is a moving experience. Experience shows you grow, and as you grow, new horizons open up, new adventures. And you can look back, but you can never go back. You can't have yesterday again, and you won't get another go at today. It's all movement, the kind of movement that's comforting, like the rocking of a cradle, like the tapping of your foot to a happy rhythm, like the certainty of the sun coming up tomorrow. Feel cradled, feel held. Your awareness of movement is where the comfort comes from, not from keeping still, not from clinging to yesterday or trying to run back or stay still. It is movement that guarantees growth. Which is ironic, because there are no guarantees, and no one held a gun to your head. You just choose to move, to have moving experiences for your growth. That feels good. And when you contrast how good that feels against the feeling of the conflict, it's easy to see the line of least resistance. Lazily floating now. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily, merrily. Life is butter. That's right. The stream of life carries you along, a long way from where you began. And you don't need to fight the current situation. The view will change anyway. The little boat gently rocks you, and you are supported. You will always find a way to happiness. Does not lie in always running. Running is such a struggle, so much effort, and there is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go. Happiness is not a place to get to. It's a state of mind to start from. This moment, this gift, that's why it's called the present. And already you're in another moment, and another. The future shows up anyway, and you can enjoy each moment, every minute, one day at a time, as the future builds itself, and you grow, living, staying still, and letting the little boat cradle you, support you, going with the flow, with the current. And it's so easy to lazily let the boat take you, revealing the adventures each new moment, each new day brings. So many gifts, so many presents, moments with no regrets. And you will discover so smoothly, as the changes happen all by themselves, that being happy, being at peace inside, is something you had all the time. There is nowhere to run where you will find it more than right, exactly right, here. You are ready now to make the journey back down the mountain. And you are ready now to make a commitment to whatever or whoever you choose. Each step down the mountain will move you out of your deep hypnosis and back into the present moment. And as you leave your trance, you will bring with you the lessons you have learned. You can move forward and leave the old you in the past. And when you reach the bottom of the mountain, you will be fresh and new. Begin to hike down the path. You feel life coming back into your body. The path is winding slowly around the mountain. Each step along the path brings you greater strength. But there is no need to rush. You can enjoy the flowers along the path. Maybe you see wildlife moving through the trees. Your connection to the mountain is strong. You are supported with each step you take along the path back to your awakened self, remembering everything you wish to remember. Halfway down the mountain, you can feel your breath deepening. Gracefully, you continue to walk easily down the mountain. At times, you feel like you're floating. You feel as though you're being pulled by a friendly force. It is calling you back to your present moment self. It's pulling you closer to your physical body resting here in this room, until you're almost at the bottom of the mountain now. There are only a few more steps until you reach the bottom. When you reach the end of the path, you will awaken out of your trance. You experience these last few steps in slow motion. You cherish each step, advancing one more step. Take a deep breath in, taking 2 more steps, and let the breath out. Walk the last 2 steps, breathing in, and you're now at the bottom of the mountain. Feel yourself resting firmly in your body. You can feel the fullness of your muscles and bones. You're completely aware of your skin and clothes. Gently and slowly open your eyes. You may choose to remain in the position that you are in. If you'd like, you can fall asleep. Or you may decide to rise and stretch out, but know that you have created positive energy. You are most definitely headed in the right direction. Be certain you have complete control over your ability to make a commitment and stick to it. And know that you have the power to change. You're bound to have great success. Thank you for listening. Please return to this recording daily or as often as you feel necessary. It will continue to support you on an ongoing basis, and repetition will reap rewards.